Okay, so what is gamification? It sounds like a rather unusual term, doesn't it? We're very playful as human beings. We actually have quite a playful spirit inside us. And it's really business now using that playfulness to engage us on a deeper and more regular level in a sort of B2B or B2C environment. I suppose it kicked off in around 2004, but 2010 is really when it started being taken seriously. So examples of gamification, I mean, where is it being used? It's being used in government, it's being used in commercial organisation, it's been used in the sort of public sector. Let me give you an example of a nice, coming out of San Francisco in California, is gaming the whole business of speed control. So effectively, anybody who passed the speed camera under the speed limit was entered into a lottery for a share of the fines of those that went over the speed. So over the speed you got fined and you were motivated using game theory to go under the speed. And they tried that in Stockholm and they reduced the speeding by 20%. So, changing the way that we interact rather than being prescriptive to being playful and game means we're encouraged to do the right thing as opposed to being forced or obliged to do the right thing. So it's a very positive thing if used well. Another example, the Department of Work and Pensions, most unlikely you might think, but they created a game amongst their 130,000 staff to develop ideas. They called it Idea Street. So they gathered something like 16,000 ideas, of which 64 are being implemented throughout the department. So again, it's rewarding people with tokens, with badges, with awards online, so that you can be seen to be actually an entrepreneur, a creator in the department. So game theory allows you to engage people in a very different way. Okay, what does the future hold for gamification? I suppose let's take a couple of quotes. Gartner, who look at these things, have been saying that any firms involved in innovation or new product development, about half of those firms in the next 3 or 4 years are going to be use game theory to develop those ideas. So it's something we're going to have to get used to in the innovation game. I suppose the other way of looking at it is that they also say 70% of the Forbes 2000 worldwide will be using game theory. So it sounds a bit exotic, it sounds a little bit like an extension of behavioral science, which of course we're getting used to in marketing. But now gamification is really received wisdom for how we engage people to make the employees more engaged in the workplace and gaining feedback. And other organisations are using game theory to get people to take more online courses for professional development, both in firms and across the education suite. It's being used to gain customer engagement and testimonials in helping to encourage that interactivity. So game theory has an enormous upside. It sounds like something we should avoid like the plague in business because the very name sounds like it's playful, but it's a playfulness that actually attracts customers, it attracts the right employees, and it can attract the right sort of people to your particular brand.